Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to spend this birthday. It's my birthday tonight. Yep, 50. As you see, there's these two candles, but I turned them on a little bit too earlier. Now they are dying. But okay, it's not. I never speak too much about my birthday, and I don't mind so much about that. But it's especially today, the birthday of Patricia Bartell. She's there. Hello, my princess. How are you?
I'm very well, Fred. Thank
Yeah,
you. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you too. It's like Merry Christmas, yes, to you too. But for us, it's birthday. Okay, so you are living in the United States. You are you are so many things you will explain to us. But concerning you and me, we are connected also with the Confédération Mondiale de l'Accordéon Trophée Mondial, and you are the US delegate for CMA. Congratulations. And now let's speak a little bit before we listen to you. Let's speak a little bit before about you and how you came with accordion and why. But why? Like say Pietro Adragna.
Yes,
Salut Laurence. Salut Valérie.
So I was adopted. I was born in Bolivia in South America, and so I came to a family. I'm one of 18 in my family, and we all had music. So, but mine, initially I wanted the accordion because my brother played the accordion. I was 8 years old. But my parents said, no, you do piano. So I did piano for a while, but every day it's like, can I do accordion? Can I do accordion? And finally, 6 months later, they said, okay, you can do the accordion. And so I did. I continued. And it was, I had a very rough childhood. So music was what kept me going. It was like a life support for me. So I'm very passionate about it, which is why I love teaching it and bringing music to other people.
Great. That's nice. And after, who was your teacher and how did you get this inspiration to make from that accordion a job?
I had my first teacher. She was 80 years old. And she instilled in me one big thing, and that was to have fun with music. And so I loved to play fast because I had really nimble fingers. So anything I could would play fast. And she just made sure I knew how to have the beat. And I grew up with the old popular pieces and swing songs, and it was fun. And then I went to college.
Yep.
And then it was classical. And I learned to absolutely love the classical world. And then I went into tangos. And so my first teacher, Ruth Gefelin, she was my main big inspiration. And she taught me how to play it. And then in college, I had another teacher. Had several teachers actually in college, but my piano teacher was the one who really made music come alive more. And then I met another teacher after college, Kendall Feeney, and she was the one who explained what I was doing naturally. And so I learned a lot about music. As far as really understanding how the accordion, the characteristics of the accordion, that was you, my friend Fred. So you were the one that made that come alive for me. So I could put what I had already known, but the accordion it's its own personal instrument. I mean, the technique, everybody thinks it looks like the piano, so you play it like the piano, which I did.
I remember. I remember.
Yes, you remember.
Salut Alain Carminetti, Elsbeth Moser. Hello. Go. I just say hello to the people on the chat. Continue.
Yes. Hello. Yes. So anyway, that's how I began, and now I am where I'm at now, learning more the subtleties and teaching, and now I'm primarily in business.
Great. So before we speak about that, which is a new step of your life, we will listen the composition that I really love. I remember I give you these scores to play because it's absolutely lovely and adapted to your personality. It's Accordeon Prestige. We listen that and come back to you immediately. Patricia Bartell. Yeah, it was the cover of the French national magazine. Salut Jonas, Stoyan. Patricia Bartell, and that's lovely music from, I don't remember the composer, is it Eric Bouvel, something like that inside? Or do you remember or not?
You know, I don't remember right.
Yes, it's an interesting question for the speed chat quiz, but we should speak about and have the name. So, Patricia, you know what I propose to you before we go ahead is we have to celebrate our birthday together now, because before I put the fire in my house, so we have to. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cool. Now it's super smelly. So yeah, because for the people who was not there, it's our birthday today. So we are both from the 20th of April. So when you play, Patricia, I forgot because it's a long time I didn't see you playing. It's absolutely lovely because since the time I met you the last time was a long time ago now, and of course everybody make his way, and after we discover new things, and now you remind us that you're originally from Bolivia, and you have this Latino spirit on your movements. It's absolutely exceptional. You are so flexible when you play, because in United States the way they speak in general, remember Gordon, and the way they play is because it's the way they move. So when they play on the bellow, it's all the time like that. Yes, in US sometimes the accent is they speak like if they have a chewing gum on the mouth, you know, and it's complicated to understand. But you speak perfect. I understand everything you say because you speak like princess, and I understand. Movement makes a sound. But on your movement, we have that feeling from South America that it's still on your blood. Bravo. That makes seriously difference. Okay, so we met when because we make a little bit history. That's interesting for everybody. Vitaly Kondratenko, hello. Michael Bashkara, I have a big duck for you. Remind me at the end. I need to give you this duck. And I saw also Sandrine. Bonjour Sandrine. So on the evolution, yes. But when I met you, you were already successful as teacher in Spokane. Yeah, and you teach both piano and accordion, or not?
Yes, I teach piano and accordion, and now I don't do as much teaching. I teach the advanced students because I now have a full-on music academy. So I have about 12 other teachers that work
12
for me.
other teachers? But you were alone when I came in Spokane. Wow.
Yes, we're
it's American dream.
Before the quarantine happened, we've got about 180 students. And 4 admin staff, you know, so it's a big tribe. So it's accordion, all the major instruments, the drums, piano, voice, accordion, violin. And out of those students, I also form bands. So we've got 2 rock bands where the kids learn to play together. And so that's my dream, is because, you know, one of the big things some of the students would tell me, the young ones, is that they don't have any friends. And so when you make music together in groups, I think it's very, very powerful, and you have friends for life and something very much in common. Exactly.
Before I met you, I had a kind of allergy about accordion orchestras, to be honest. Yeah, perhaps I will not have only friends tonight. Gilberto Reyes, hello, feliz cumpleaños Patricia Bartell. Que encanto. Yes, hello, Gilberto. So, yeah, before I met you, I didn't like so much this accordion orchestra, and we had so much fun with your group. You remember playing on this orchestra, this contemporary music with notes on the beach, with the storm and the motorboat, and this adult who learn how to make bellow shake, and they had so much fun. It was great. So you were speaking about that group. There is one group that the Potatoes Accordion Band. How do you say that? Because I never understood. From the beginning, I thought it was potatoes. Why you call that potatoes? But it's not potatoes. It's tell you with your accent.
It's funny. It's the portados. It's like the musical term portado.
Potato.
But every one of the members of the band has a potato name. So there's chip, there's curly fry, there's couch potato, there's French fry, all the different ones. So they made use of the name potato portado.
Ah, okay. So it's not only an invention of me. Okay, now I understand. So we will listen immediately that groove. Playing something like Star Wars theme. Bravo.
Yeah.
Great. Let's listen to that. It's Spokane, US. Zan, hello.
Play accordion is because I like to see the look of shock and surprise on people's faces when they realize what it actually is.
When I tell people I play piano, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then when I tell them I play accordion, it's a great conversation starter.
Because you can play really fast on it.
Because you can express every note. You can put your whole heart into the music you're playing.
As a violinist, I love to play with accordions because it's a great musical experience.
As an accordion teacher, I like to inspire creativity and provide an outlet to all of my students.
The reason I like to play the accordion is because it allows me to go on this kind of musical horizon.
I just like the unique crowd it draws in.
I really like the musicality and expression you can get from the accordion.
I like playing drums with an accordion band because of the unique opportunity and sound.
There was no way I was going to pass up the opportunity to play bass with a bunch of accordions. I mean, come on, it's a bunch of accordions. How fun is that?
I mean, the accordion's pretty much a mix between a harmonica and a piano, and who wouldn't want to try to play an instrument like that?
The portados are determined to show the versatility and the coolness of the accordion,
And through their song choices and how they present their concert, I think they get their point across.
Nice, very nice to see what's happening in United States. That's the magic of Facebook. We can so now easily have access to the culture of different things, and it looks like it's the nearest village. Now we can speak about everything and discover everything. So we saw a part of these young people I met the first time, and some were very young, so it was not already on that orchestra, but you did something absolutely great. You make some videos that I'm dreaming to do that since the beginning. I begin to teach, to have a beginner or to have someone who comes the first time on your lessons, and you make a movie about what they do, and a few weeks, days or years later, you just make a combination of both just to see the improvement. And I never did it, but you did it, and very good. So speak about that project. So you had so many experiences with Able to Play. You had some things with piano in one moment, and after you mix some things with, and tell us.
With so we started out as Able to Play, the company, and then it became nobody knew what it exactly was. Somebody called and said, "Hey, what is it? Is it able to play soccer? Is it able to play what?" And I was like, wow. So we changed it to music, able to play music. And the logo was just the accordion and the piano. And then as I opened up and created an academy with drums and guitar, they were not represented in the logo. So now we did a complete brand change. And so there's hidden meaning into the logo, but all the students know exactly what it is. And now it's Bartell Music Academy. So from the beginning, yes, we try to record the students, and then it's fun to see them later, how quickly they evolve, and also encouraging for them, because sometimes they think they don't improve.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm always playing the same. So we record them, and I put it away, because they hate recording, and then after, because they think it will believe you, but it's hard to know, So afterwards, we record, and we show it side by side, and then they can see the improvement.
Great. So we will see one of the you sent to me two very interesting videos, and it's obvious. So we will send the first one. I think it's Holden. Holden is there. You have big hello from my chickens just behind. They are there. And after we'll listen also this video you sent to me to how to teach to learn accordion. Go. Very professional presentation by Patricia Bartell and my Zoom. Salut Nico. Salut Igor. Salut Lolo.
What I most like about playing accordion is it's fun and it sounds good and it's portable so you can play anywhere.
So it was the improvement of Holden in 5 years period of time. So just before we go back with the interview of you, I don't know if you follow the chat, but we have a lot of colleagues from Trophée Mondial de l'Accordeon who are here. There is Anna Bodel. Anna Bodel, big kiss to you, and she say happy birthday to you, Patricia. She already says that to me this morning, and so I'm not jealous. Gilberto Reyes, happy birthday to you as well, Fred. Thank you, Gilberto. And we also see from Cyprus, Mr. Sabatinov, and from Kazakhstan, Galinzam Narinbetov, also delegate. And I saw one more. I don't remember where. I saw from Poland, this artist, fantastic, Szymon Zwierzewski. I miss you, my friend. So, we will listen. Erwan Melek. Erwan Melek, I have something for you at the end also. You know the story about the eyebrows, so I will make again in English tonight, but I will use you tonight. Yeah, because I was very impressed this morning. So I need to do that. Patricia, before we listen to the second student, I want to go back to the teacher who is also performer, and there is one French valse that you proposed to us, and I really love that valse. The name is, it's your title, it's Reine de Musette. You know what means Reine de Musette? It's to be in fashion is Corona of Musette for Gilberto Reyes. Corona is very in fashion, no? So okay, it's Queen of Musette.
I will take it.
Yeah. So, what is your relation with French music? How did you discover French music? Before me, I think. Much before, no?
Actually, yeah. I picked up a CD of Jérôme Richard.
Oh, Jérôme Richard.
I had never heard music like this. And I listened to that CD over my own arrangement with pulling from different ideas of people. And this is what I have in this video.
Okay, great. So sorry if it cut, but my mom was calling me. So, of course, it's my birthday. So my mom don't know. I told her this morning, but perhaps Alzheimer is for something on the story. And Arnaud, tu m'as envoyé quelque chose, j'ai peur de l'ouvrir en fait sur mon ordinateur. Voilà, je vais l'ouvrir après, je pense. Parce que si je l'ouvre maintenant, je risque de mourir de rire. Okay, Reine de Musette by Patricia Bartell as performer. Such an elegant artist. Ciao Roberto Lucanero. Reine de Musette by the Princess of the United States for accordion, Patricia Bartell. It's lovely, really. This finesse, and you never forget this second one, you know, the da-ga-da-ga-da. It's really beautiful. So, we saw a first sample of evolution of your student from the beginning to the end, not to the end, to 5 years later. Then, I would like to show, and first you have to speak about, you create something on internet to learn accordion from the very beginning. And we have the first sample of Lesson Quite Funny. So please speak about that and where the people can find that.
Yes, we had a lot of requests for teachers, and in the United States we don't have as many really good teachers. We have YouTube, but we got so much requests that people are like, please, can you teach us accordion, but you know, make it available quickly. So we, 4 years, my team and I, Yav and Corey, together we've produced Accordeon Life, and so from the very beginning we teach good technique and how to read music, how to do basses, all the way to about a level, I think it's level 3, which is like level 4. So by then they can play anything they want. So they can go to accordionlife.com and find out all the information there.
Accordionlife.com. So accordion, I-O-N at the end. Accordion life in one word.com. Just to be clear, yes. Okay? Or otherwise, you go on the Facebook page of Patricia Bartell with 2 L at the end. So we see the first lesson. It's amazing with the Yev. I remember Yev. This is very crazy, but with a Russian origin, no?
Belarus.
Belarus. Excuse me. Yeah, they are neighbor anyway. So how to play the accordion? Lesson 1 that you can find on the accordionlife.com. Bravo, Fredo. This kind of lesson online created by Patricia Bartell. Salut Dominique, oui j'ai vu arriver un email, merci beaucoup. C'est un peu tard, non? Mais je vais faire.
Chair position.
Most accordionists sit to practice. When you sit in a chair...
Hello Michel. I left you a message before about the duck.
Preferably a straight back chair, but a chair without arms, or a bench, a soft cushy bench works. Sit on the front edge of the chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor.
Shoulder straps.
The left shoulder strap closest to the base should be tighter than the right strap. Adjust it until your chin is directly above the point where the grill and the keyboard meet.
This one is Yev, Nozov.
The back strap.
To keep the shoulder straps positioned correctly, a back strap is often used. Attach your back strap to the shoulder strap, snap in place, and adjust as needed. Your back strap can be straight across, at an angle, or some like to use 2 back straps. Just make sure the shoulder straps are close to the neck, fairly tight, and that the instrument feels secure against your body.
Bass strap.
This is the bass strap. To tighten or loosen this strap, move this wheel. In this case, the strap is too loose, so I'll tighten it by turning the wheel away from myself until it's snug. We have much more control when the bass strap is tight against the wrist.
Position of the keyboard.
The bottom of the keyboard must be anchored inside the right leg. This will keep the accordion anchored in place when you squeeze the bellows. Keep both legs parallel to each other, but not too close. To find the perfect position, use your 2 fists and sandwich them between your knees, keeping your feet directly in line with your knees. With your keyboard anchored, legs parallel, the weight of your accordion should rest on your left leg. Be sure it's not the bellows that take the weight, but the actual accordion casing.
Right arm position.
It's very important that you have your right arm in this position, never this. If your straps are not adjusted properly and your accordion is too far to your right, it will be hard to maintain a proper arm position. You can use a mirror to check that you are in the exact position as you see me.
The left arm in hand position.
Slide the arm into the bass strap until all the fingers can reach the second row of the basses. Use the very tip of the fingers to play. If your fingernails are kept trimmed, it's easier to maintain this posture. Never this. When you're playing, keep a tight contact with the instrument. This will give you more control of the sound.
Great, that is very important. Thank you very much. So, how do they process? Is it an abonnement? How does it work for this accordionlive.com? Abonnement?
Yes, it's a membership. So it's they pay for a monthly membership. It's $47. Very cheap, so people can get access it and they can cancel anytime. So they work through the material on their own, and we have a private accordion community for the students to meet other accordionists, and and each time we're actually working on a new website. It'll be out hopefully soon, and I'll have some new features because I now own a website builder. So I have the software, and I'm building my website and other people's websites onto it. So, but it'll be Accordion Life Academy.
AccordionLifeAcademy.com. Wow, so many projects with Patricia. We should see more often because I have problem to follow you sometimes. So, before we go to Joel Guzman and you playing this wonderful piece from Galliano, I think, I would like to listen to that second evolution with Anthony, who was a small kid playing like a real beginner and after make so much improvement. So, Anthony, how many years later, you remember? Or not?
Well, he was young when he started with me.
Okay. Well, let's see. It will be written anyway. It's so professional videos. Hello, Zelda Malevitz from Miami. Six years later. it was Anthony, and if my memory is not that bad, before I forget totally the things, it was the one who said, no, on the Potatoes band, that he loved accordion because you can play fast.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's very funny because he understood absolutely this kind of accelerator with a neck. He was a very energetic boy. It's cool.
He and his sister, it was very interesting because, we teach your technique, and the independence of the fingers and this and that. But not everybody wants to do that much work. But when they're like, I can play faster, I'm like, do the exercises. And he and his sister, for 2 weeks, they're like, okay. They focused and it was completely changed. And they're like, oh, and then that's all they wanted to do. There's independence of the fingers. I'm like, no, we can practice other things too,
Yeah. And you know what? I had exactly the same experience with Peter Maric. He was my guest a few Facebook Live ago and last Saturday. And in my house, he all the time refused that, and one day he discovers independent finger, and he likes bodybuilding, he likes so much because his body is like that, and I said, it's like body push-ups of your fingers, tilt, and the day after he play like, he said, okay Fred, now I will follow. So some people with strong temperament, sometimes they say no, and after when they begin and it works, they go. That's great. Okay, so we will go, finally we arrive slowly by slowly to the end of this interview. It's very nice to spend time with you, my princess. Hopefully we will meet in CMA in October in Portugal. If everything is... Yeah, because normally with CMA we were supposed to go to China in August. Of course, it's August, it's impossible. And China, from the beginning, was more complicated. Perhaps it's more safe now in China, I don't know. But anyway, so let's see what we'll do the live. Normally it should be the third week of October in Algarve with our friend Gonzalo Pescada. But it just depends because in Portugal now it's quite complicated. So let's see. So it's time for us to hug and to say happy birthday to you again.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you. And thank you for all you do for the accordion, because really it's your technique that pushed my career forward and to produce such quick results, because we're in a day where people want results now.
Yeah.
But it comes with work, but they can't have that without that knowledge. And so you made a huge impact for me and my team and my academy. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
My big pleasure. And it's funny when I ask you, you like musette? And say, yeah, one day I listened to Jérôme Richard, who was one of my first students. So it looked like we are really in a village, and we'll have a pedagogical consanguinity very soon. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, Patricia, you're my princess forever. Thank you to have been there. And let's speak and see whenever it's possible. And we will listen just after that, Joel Guzman and you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Okay, we listen to the last video of Patricia. It's a small part of Tango pour Claude. Joel Guzman is one of the most famous diatonic accordion player in the world, because South America is the world for diatonic. And they mix together. It's absolutely amazing. Have a look. Joel Guzman with diatonic accordion and Patricia Bartell, my princess, which is a birthday today. Happy birthday again. So it was a nice interview and nice to see how is increasing the pedagogy in the United States. We don't listen so many young people. We have 2 or 3 that are a little bit famous, but we don't know exactly what's happening there. And now it was quite nice to finally discover minimum in one school. We arrived to the teleshopping minute. So as you know, we have a sponsor. Honor is our sponsor, and Joel Goodman was playing with this diatonic Honor, and Patricia was playing with a Fun Flash. Tonight there is a big discount on this instrument. That one is a Fun Flash. Patricia was playing with Fun Flash piano. This is a Fun Flash button. I presented this morning on the French Facebook Live, but now I will do it in English tonight. So it's a double bassoon, and the particularity of this instrument is very round everywhere. That helps for the sound, to project the sound. Inside you have a cassotto with 2 voices in the cassotto that are more boom, very hot, and outside the sound is coming here is 2 flute 8s, and they are without cassotto, and it's 96 bass. That instrument has been made for Jérôme Richard, the first one, just to make you know, when you make a Formula 1 race, you need a Formula 1. Sometimes you can have a Rolls Royce, it's beautiful, it's more heavy, it's more slow, and it's not adapted. So, and finally it becomes very popular, and not only the people who play international competition, but also adults who really want to buy the last accordion and to buy a very good one, so sound is very impressive. So the discount of today is, I will say to you now, Christian Delacour. You can find on the announcement of this, all the Facebook Lives, there is a cledesolshop.fr. There is the address of all the discount of the week, and this instrument, normally the price, street price, is, so it's quite an expensive instrument, of course, because it's music with a hand, so it's a music a mano. Ciao Luigi Brutti, salut Svergela, and Tips Tipi, hello. So the street price, it's 13,000 euro and 370, and tonight there is for 44 hours a discount of 20%, so it take out a lot of money, something like nearly 3,000 euro, and the price is 10,696 euro. So this is the discount of the night. It is a discount of the night. Yes, you see, there's no limit to talent. So that was a teleshopping minute, and I just wanted also to have another sample, but unfortunately the same piece I didn't know, from Peter Marich, who was playing with this instrument, exactly the same. We listened this morning the beginning of that composition, Tango pour Claude, the same. So you had origin Bolivian, United States, with Joel Guzman playing that, and now we have the Serbian. You can see just the difference of temperament. Sorry for the zoom. Salut Michel. T'as vu, il y a Spielberg à la technique ce soir. Yeah. So now it's 4 voices at the same time. Now it's 3. So, as you see, so this instrument, as I told before, has been created for the World Champion, and all these World Champions recently use that, more or less. Grayson Mansfield, Julien Gonzalez, Jérôme Richard, Pietro Adriana in piano, Veretnikov in piano, and Peter Marich, of course, Kolsky, and Patricia Bartell, and so it was really for this kind of repertoire, very new, between jazz, contemporary music, folklore, and melting pot, you see. Okay, so that was for the teleshopping of the night I did, and for the pedagogy, this morning I spoke in France about one subject absolutely interesting, and we had very, very great moment this morning. I invite you to go and see the Erwan Melek Facebook Live, the morning live of Erwan Melek. It's absolutely impressive how rich he is, and we were speaking at the end about the relationship between the expression and movement and the sound, which is My sentence movement makes the sound. And I will just show you again a short sample of Philippe Jarouski, one of the best singers from in the world, one of the best musicians in the world. He uses his face as tuning. He's a singer. He's a very high singer, castra, but I hope he didn't have this operation. And it's contre-ténor, we say. And just have a look to the tuning he does with the tension of this face, his face, that makes the tension of his body, that makes the tension of the air in the air column, that makes the movement of the vocal strings. And after I make the relation between what he does and what we do with accordion, because it's a wind instrument and we are a wind instrument, okay? Difference is we are polyphonic, he's monophonic. He has less problem than us because we have problem of our quality. Polyphonic, you can play a lot of sound at the same time, yeah, but you develop the possibility of mistakes by a lot. Hello, Pina in Tonti. I don't see so much, sorry. So, look that, I will guide a little bit the look and the listening. So it's Vivaldi. Look at the face. The color, evolution of the color. Salut Alex Badel. Trillo with a neck, you will see. Okay, so it's obvious. This is surely a technique from singers. I've never had so many relation with that technique, but that for sure makes the tuning because it makes difference of tension of the vocal string. With accordion, it's exactly the same, and you use that always when you speak. I spoke this morning about the relation between communication and the face. Music is the international language because music, we don't mind if you make do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. It's like when I speak, I know that in speak there is S, P, A, E, E, A, K. We don't mind. We speak like that by reflex, and the communication is by the face and the eyebrows and the tension of your face. You can say to someone, yes, I like you very much, or, oh, I hate you. Okay? Different meanings and perfectly different meanings. So this morning, this brilliant artist, have a look. First, how he speaks, and after, how he plays. About what I say to you, communication with the eyebrows. I keep the beginning of the video because it was funny. I didn't do it this morning. And he speaks English. Wow.
Hi, I'm the accordion guy. I'm very often asked if we can play everything with an accordion. The other day, a friend of mine told me, if you like playing everything with your accordion, you have to play Justin Bieber. So, Justin Bieber, does it work with an accordion? We'll see.
Yep. Okay, so it's absolutely obvious there is a huge difference. All the time I take that example between people who play normal and like sometimes just we say students, and some people, even if they are students, they look like talented. What is the difference? The movement and the expression. And the expression of the body is belong to the expression of the face, because here is the computer of the body. So everything with accordion will change between the relation with the tension of your face. If you're like that, look, my eyebrows goes down, but my body also goes down. And what I do, I block my bellow. And if I just go up for the expression, up, eyebrows up. Every singer do that. All good musicians do that. If you don't do it, try to use that technique. Of course, I took perhaps not the best example when you play R1 with a Roland accordion, which is electronic accordion. There is unfortunately not that relation between how much you go up and how much you close the clapet, which I think is absolutely a huge mistake from the people who make digital accordions. Because if you just make a small hole, and you will feel that more you pull, more you close the clapet, and then we'll have this kind of thing mechanical. I spoke with Marco Cinalia. Let's see if one day it will happen. So I'll just show to you briefly before the speech chat quiz how it works with accordion. When you just press a little bit, okay, not like legato. When just press a little bit, you go from one sound to the second sound with your eyebrows. The eyebrows goes up, the tension of your body goes a little bit up, your arm does a little bit like that, and when you just do a little bit like that, salut Chantal, what's happening? You just give a small extra tension to the bellow. This small extra tension to the bellow make more power to the wind inside. You don't play louder because you do that, so you pull a little bit more and at the same time push a little bit more. That means you don't play louder. Before you were pulling off 3 kilograms of pressure and push of 1, and in one moment you pull from 3.5 and push from 1.5. Okay, same, you understand, it's physical, no? It doesn't change nothing. But what it changes is the tension of the wind. The tension of the wind will have a mechanic aspect to make, okay, and will help you to close the clapet. That means not the finger who close the clapet. It's the power of your body, power of the wind that is belong to the tension of the bellow. That means belong to the tension of the arm. That means belong to the tension of your body and face. And then you have, of course I missed totally. Okay, that's legato like a singer, and then perfect. You see, there is even small kind of distortion that makes the sound like that. The perfect monophonic wind instrument articulation. Why the singers make it perfectly like it's perfect legato. Why? Because they are not able to make two sounds at the same time. So they play one, and when they want to change, they just change the tension of the strings. Okay? So useful, tip, Fred, brilliant analyze as usual. You are lovely, everyone. So, merci beaucoup. So just try from between two sounds, okay? It's not useful to do it on the ta, 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 ta. If you do that, it's for nothing, okay? Just ta, but before you make on 4 sounds, make it on 2 sounds. And then it will be great. Okay, so now the speech chat quiz, my friends. Before I will finish by, I had a birthday today by Christian Delacour, like Little Shop.fr. They make a video that I already prepared there. It was such nice things, and all my students were there on picture, and my family, my animals. It was so sympathetic. Liz Finch, hello. You just arrived for the speech chat quiz. And now, what can be the question? The question is, okay, one simple one, because we are just Tuesday. From which country come from Patricia Bartell? She's originally, no, she's not living in which country, not origin of the country. She's living in Stoyan Karevanov, bravo, USA. That was an easy one, but Stoyan is always there. So Stoyan, I write immediately that it's you, because after I will forget. Yeah, you can write all, you can write also Peru. Okay, thank you very much. I finish with this beautiful present from Christian Delacour, who just write to me, we call tomorrow at 10 o'clock. No, not at 10 o'clock, before 10 o'clock, please. Because at 10 o'clock, oui, Christian, à 10 heures, je suis à fond dans le speech chat machin et la préparation, je ne peux pas. Mais juste avant, avec grand plaisir. Et thank you again. Merci beaucoup, Christian, pour ce magnifique cadeau. And I let you discover that thing. How can I...